Hello again. If it is your first time, thank you for being here. My name is Jessica, and today our reading is going to be helping you gain a perspective on a troubling situation. So, the animals that we have here is a bear. Here we have a landscape of the sky and the mountains. And here we have a great horned owl. I think that's a great horned owl. And I have already shuffled the cards. I don't look at the cards. I just intuitively shuffle until they come out. They poke out, and I'll put them in the pile. I don't really use my rational mind until we get into the cards after I'm looking at them. So let's get started here with number one. Alrighty, so number one has this grizzly bear with two little bear cubs. And you see that bear is looking at the camera, so it is very aware and alert that you are there. Okay, so maybe you are very aware and alert of who's watching you, what's happening when your kids are around. Seems like you are a mama bear and you are very protective of your little cubs. Okay? It could be also a daddy bear. I'm just going with my intuition here. Alright, so let's pull the spirit animal cards and see what we got here. Snow leopard. Okay, take some time out of your usual life and spend it in solitude. And the tortoise says, you're too fragmented, so do whatever it takes to get grounded. So with these cards here, and with me picking up on the mama bear vibes to begin with, it seems like you are a great mama bear and that you have been extremely busy taking care of these little baby bears. And to help you gain perspective on a troubling situation, I feel like you are very stressed out about how much me time you're missing, how much time you spend on the kids. You don't get enough time for yourself. Okay, and these cards are saying you have to take the time out for yourself. Okay, this one says you're too fragmented, so do whatever it takes to get grounded. All right, both of these cards are saying that you need to find some time for yourself. That is going to be your solution. That is going to allow you to gain perspective on the situation. Okay, and I'm getting, if it's after the kids go to bed or before you wake them up in the morning, maybe you get a 20-minute break sitting in the car waiting to pick them up. Any slot of time that you can turn off all the distractions and just be by yourself, maybe listen to some classical music, maybe just listen to the birds and the trees. If you're sitting in your car for 20 minutes, you could always turn the car off and lock it and walk around the parking lot maybe, just to get some fresh air, just to relax, and come to center. Feel your body, how your body's feeling. Notice your thoughts, notice your emotions, label them with positive and negative. And also I'm getting the message of proper prior planning. I personally have a 5-year-old son, and I've had to learn how to manage a small child along with balancing out my own life and making sure that I'm taken care of. I remember days where I wouldn't even get out of my pajamas, and once in a while there are days I don't get out of my pajamas, but they're much more fewer days like that. I make a point to get my son ready in the morning, and while he's laying on the couch half asleep trying to get his last little snooze in, I'm in the bedroom putting on my clothes for the day. And it just takes me 3 minutes to do. I'm not trying to impress anybody. I'm just trying to impress myself. Okay? And I also wake up 15 minutes early, 20 minutes early to go do my business in the bathroom before, my dirty business in the bathroom before I start my day. Because then once I drop them off at school, the rest of the family is in the bathroom. And so I try to proper prior plan. This also goes for dinner time, making sure that you are maybe one day you take a chunk of time, like 3 hours, to get the meat separated out for the week. Make sure you have all the sides and vegetables you're going to need for the meals that you cook, and then putting that aside and separating out the meat before you freeze it. And the last thing that they're saying is also finances. Okay, get some envelopes and write down what each envelope is for and put money in there for certain things. If you want to spend money lavishly, feel free, but it gets stressful after a while. Maybe each kid can have an envelope with some money in it. Once they spend their money, they can't get any more toys for the week, or whatever it is that has been keeping you frazzled, Mama Bear. It's time that you recognize that you're too fragmented and learn to get grounded. And how I learned to get grounded is by walking in nature or sitting quietly and imagining roots growing down from my body into the earth, and like I am a tree, and then I imagine them shooting up into the heavens, like I am connected in the ground and the air. Okay, that really helps me out here when I need some time. And they also want me to say that your kid will be okay for 5 minutes if you need to walk away for a moment. Okay, make sure they're in a safe environment. If it's an infant, try to put them in their crib. If they're in a high chair, if you can leave them in the high chair for a second and walk away while they're eating. Maybe they're okay about sitting and watching TV. You can get your 5 minutes in there. Maybe they are at school. You have some free time. Okay, so the universe is saying that is a huge thing for you, is to find time for yourself. All right, Mama Bear? All right, so now, okay, the universe says nothing will come of this situation. So it seems like a solution is far away. As you can see, that moon seems very far away on this card. But what this card means is that the way that you're acting, the way that you're always pushing yourself over your limits, overexerting yourself is the word I meant to say at first. Overexerting, nothing good will come of this situation. You will be irritable, tired, stressed out, and that can cause internal problems too. Like high blood pressure, for example. If you're constantly stressed out, you could have depression and anxiety. And this constant stress, if you don't give yourself time to relax, it manifests in ways that are not good. Okay, let's see what these two cards here have to say. Who in the world are you? Get to know the new you. All right, she cracked open this egg here, and it looks like she looks like she's kind of scared about going into the new world or this new life. Maybe you just had babies and they're still infants, and you're like wondering like what's going to come, what's going to happen, who am I now? I'm not just a mom, I'm more than that. Why am I always just being mom? Okay, it's up to you to give yourself time to do these other things. One of the things I loved to do was take my kids outside and do painting, or I guess I only have one kid, but I also have a stepdaughter too, in a sense, and we would go outside and do chalk, or we would go outside and paint. I even put my son in the bathtub with some yogurt, and he painted the bathtub, and then when we were done, I just flushed it, and he got to take a bath and clean up. So I like art. I like painting. So it was a way for me to connect myself with my son, and we did the things together. So again, who in the world are you? Getting to know the new you. All right. You can never go back to who you were in the past, but you can always create a more authentic version of yourself. And that comes with trying new things and getting new hobbies. Right. This says, I want to be queen, stating your sovereignty, declaring freedom, and passing a test. Okay? The universe is saying you can do this. You just have to want to be more in control of your life, more than you want to please everyone else. Okay? Put the people pleasing for the times when it's extremely necessary. All right? Teach your kids to come to agreements together, okay, to have a fair life. All right. Don't focus so much on one of them picking on the other. Focus more on what you can do to come to an agreement, because that's teaching the kids how to function in real life situations. It's not so much that the kid listens to you, it's that they can form their own conclusions to problem solve for themselves. And declare that you are free to do these mindful activities of solitude, okay? And I have 2 affirmation cards here for you. So these are some things that I hope that you can start saying to yourself in your head to make yourself feel better or more motivated to get things done here. We have, today I am at peace. Okay, extremely important with the beginning of this. Today I am at peace with all that has happened, all that is happening, and all that will happen. That's really deep, and I can feel in my heart that's really deep. And even for me, it's pretty deep. Okay, maybe you're feeling that too. Let me read it again here. Today, I am at peace with all that has happened, all that is happening, and all that will happen. Today, I am at peace. That's amazing. Let's see what else they have to say. Today, I will breathe. Okay. Today, as I face challenges, I will call a mental timeout. I will consciously breathe with my eyes closed and focus on slowing my inhalation and exhalation. So that goes along with your kids frustrating you. Put them in a safe space and walk away for 5 minutes. Okay? If they're still crying, it's okay. You're in control of yourself, just like they're in control of their self. Okay? Allow them to cry and feel emotions and work through them a little bit. You don't want to respond to their emotions with the same emotions that they're having. You want to respond to their emotions with a more calming emotion. And you need to be at peace and breathe to be able to come back fresh and renewed. Okay? So I hope that you got good information from this reading. If you are a fellow mama bear, I'd love to hear about it in the comments and get to know you. Thank you so much for watching, and thank you for spending time here with this reading. I feel like it was very important information for you. Love and light. Hey there, pile number 2. Thank you for being here with us today. I feel like having a country accent in this reading. I don't know why I got it. I didn't know how to talk like this till I moved to Florida, but now I understand. No, I'm just kidding. Maybe you are from the South, and this is a confirmation that this is your reading. I'm not sure at all. I'm just being silly. So we have this mountainous region in this image, and you can see for miles, you can see the silhouette of the mountains, and you may not even be able to tell what is a cloud and what is a mountain. And I have been blessed to visit areas like this only a few times in my life, and I am grateful for all the times in the future that I will get to visit the mountains. I grew up on this flat Midwest area where you could see your dog running 5 days after it ran away. It was so flat. But I love the mountains. I love when a river carves through the mountains. Um, I love the fogginess that a mountain brings. And I'm getting a little bit off topic, I think. Maybe you feel the same way. But when I picked up this card and they wanted me to do this for the reading, I was like, well, why doesn't it have an animal on it? And so what they told me was, look a little bit closer. Okay, this is an environment. This is an ecosystem. Okay, in the birds live the trees. In the bushes live the rabbits. In the grass live the bugs. Okay, on the mountains live the goats, the horses, the bison, or whatever goes out onto the mountain there. Whatever animals, chipmunks, anything. Okay, so it seems like this is the bird's eye view. So the question for the reading here is gain perspective on a troubling situation. So it definitely seems like the perspective that you need is a bird's eye view. You need to see how all the working parts come together. Okay, every day we have people who are garbage men, doctors, bankers, lawyers, postal workers, and each day those people show up for their jobs, and each day we get the things done that we need. It's the cycle, okay? And that's why everyone should follow their dreams, follow their purpose, because each person makes a difference in their own way. We need all these people, okay? We don't want everyone to conform to one normal, quote unquote, normalized society, one normal way of being. Okay, it's best for everyone to be unique, because then they are in their own ecosystem, they're in their own they're affecting their own area in positive ways, okay, by having dreams, by having visions, and all that. So that is what I'm channeling from that card, and let's move on here. Okay, before that, they show me one more thing. It's green and blue, this card. So they're telling me the heart chakra and the throat chakra. Okay, believe in what you're saying, believe in what you're giving out to the world, and speak your truth. Okay, so how can we gain more perspective on this troubling situation here? You know, I didn't even think about it, but I bet there is a whole bunch of honeybees in this picture. If there's some flowers, they've got a hive in that tree maybe, okay? This bee says, let compassion and forgiveness be your top priority in this situation. Okay, so that you have a troubling situation that you're trying to get this bird's eye view on, and the universe is saying that you need to use compassion and forgiveness, okay? You have a unique path. Not everyone has learned the things that you have. Wisdom comes from experience, and you have to respect that each person has lived a different life and has learned different lessons. And it would be a miracle if everyone was just open-minded and continued to want to learn. But the truth is, we often get confined in our ways and stuck in our beliefs, okay? And it stops us from moving forward. So have compassion. Maybe this person or the situation you're dealing with has been this way for a real long time, or something really difficult happened to them and they're having a difficulty coming out of it, seeing the light, okay? And also have forgiveness, because this person may not realize what they are doing to you because they're caught up in their own pain inside, okay? And also we have the chimpanzee here. Use both your intuition and intellect to solve the problem or get answers to your question. Okay, so intuitively, you know what to do. And then reason comes in and says, no, that's not going to work. Okay, so you need to balance those two things out. All right, what are the possibilities? All right, you don't have to have the right answer to solve the problem. You may have to come at it from 30 different ways to finally find the right way. but trust in your heart that you will find the right way to solve your problem. You are smart enough. And sometimes it's just trying to stand in that other person's shoes, but also getting that bird's eye view of how life affects people. And some people don't always want to heal, want to move forward, but we can influence them to do so by them seeing how happy we are now, and them saying, well, what is that person doing right? Okay, but they have to come to that conclusion on their own. All right, we have be bold and make the first move. Okay, so it definitely seems like you might be a little more connected to your internal self than they are. Than this, I'm getting it's another person or maybe a group of people that you're dealing with here. Okay, be bold and make the first make the first move. So again, with using your intuition and intellect, you can be bold by feeling what the right choice is, as well as thinking it, and then truly believing it. Belief is putting emotion and thought together. Okay, that's truly believing it. And then also having faith that this move is going to help. So times like at school, for example, when somebody was being bullied and you didn't feel like it was right, so you stood up to them, you were bold, you made the move to tell the bully to F off. Okay, that is the kind of energy that we're hearing here. So don't be mean about it, but definitely stand up for the little guy if that is the situation here. And also, your commitment is being tested. So either your commitment to do the right thing, to grow, to learn compassion and forgiveness, your commitment to following your intuition, your commitment to maybe this job, maybe it's a new job, maybe it's a new skill you're trying to gain, or even your commitment to this relationship that you're having with this person. So let's see what the Alice in Wonderland deck here says. Impossible things, working through disbelief, imaginative leaps, and a fresh perspective. Okay, so for sure with this whole reading here, we're asking, what perspective can you get? What perspective do you need? And this card is saying you need a fresh perspective. Okay, and if you have blocked ideas out because you felt like they weren't possible, or that you've been working through this disbelief, like it says on here, I think Alice in Wonderland says that she names impossible things before breakfast or something like that. Try that if you know what I'm talking about. And take imaginative leaps. Okay, you can take steps in your head and see what outcomes could happen if you do these things. We also have choices. Okay, you have the choice. You have the choice to try to mend this situation with love and compassion, or you have the choice to continue to stay blocked and hope that it just goes away on its own. Okay, but they're saying be bold and make that first move. All right. It makes sense that you're feeling tired and blocked and restrained, but the way to get past this blockage is to actually try to be compassionate and use your intuition to solve this situation. All right. Today, I am ready to receive love. I am open to being loved by another healthy person. And also, today I am in charge. Today I am in control of how I feel. Nobody can make me feel any other way than happy. Okay? So you're open to receiving love from yourself. Okay? And remember, you are in control of how you feel. You are in control of deciding to gain this bigger perspective and spread your wings and fly. All right, so thank you so much for listening to this video. I hope that this gave you answers to open your perspective a little bit and to also pinpoint the way for you to start to solve your situation, pinpoint the actual issue that is going on here. And hopefully you have some new ideas about how to handle this. So again, thank you for watching, and love and light. Alrighty, pile number 3. What or how can you gain perspective on this troubling situation? So this owl here is looking behind him, okay? Maybe you need to evaluate your past to understand how you got here to this situation. Excuse me. What steps have you taken that have gotten you to this situation? Okay, this could be a situation where you don't know the outcome yet, but there are ways to avoid this trouble from happening again in the future. So let's see what the cards have to say here. All right, we have the Tiger. You are being called upon to provide leadership, so trust that you are capable of doing so. All right, maybe you got a new position in your job and you're afraid that you're not going to be smart enough to get this done. But the universe is saying that you are capable of being a leader here. You're capable of it. And the Condor says, you are too enmeshed in this situation, so step back and see the bigger picture before making any decisions or taking actions. So I would say that the perspective that you have is that this is a troubling situation because you're scared, because this is new, because you've never done this before, because you don't know your potential in this situation. But I must say, no one knows their potential until they have put in the work to find out what their potential is. And so I think that this owl is saying, look back in the past and look at all of the things that have brought you up to this point. Okay, what are all the jobs that you know how to do? What are all the jobs you've had in the past? Okay, if you are working a customer service job, maybe you don't know how to serve customers in this one specific way, but you've been serving them for so many years in different ways that you're just going to learn again. Okay, just keep being open to learning, and step back and see the bigger picture. Okay, sometimes we need to reflect on our past and question old beliefs to gain a new perspective. Is a negative belief you have about yourself, was that put on you by you, or was that put on you by someone else? Okay, be questioning that. All right, we have, it's time to take action. Adjustments are required. And the answers you need are coming. So this is definitely saying that you need to work on changing your perspective, okay? And once you change this perspective, you will be able to do these things, get the answers that you are looking for. I'm kind of getting pulled in two different places. Like this is like a list of things that you need to be doing here. So it says, take a step back and see the bigger picture before making any decisions. Once you see the bigger picture, once you have that bird's eye view, then it's time to take action. Okay? Once you take action, you will have to make a few adjustments with the things that aren't working. Focus on what is working and change the things that aren't. And the answers you need are coming. And with the Gemini girls here, it could be that you will be getting friends or coworkers or other people that are supporting you. Okay, I see here, this is the phases of the moon. Okay, the new moon is all blacked out. You do not see what's ahead, but you're still taking the action even though you don't see what's ahead. Adjustments required. You're halfway there. Okay, things are working out for you. And then finally, the answers are coming. is the full moon, and you see the whole thing. Okay, so you may not have all the answers when you're trying to get this bird's eye view, but once you have enough answers to make you confident about moving forward, just keep on going. Okay, this may be days, weeks, months, hopefully not years, but you never know. Really, people who are in careers for a really long time have a long track record. So don't compare your new skills and your new self to someone who has been doing that for a very long time. All right, and let's see what the Alice in Wonderland cards have to say. Okay, they're saying, wake up. It's your moment. All right, again, here with this tiger above it, it's saying you're being called upon to provide leadership, not just by humans, but by the universe. The universe trusts that you have what it takes. That's why you've been put in this situation. Now you just need to catch up with your own confidence. All right? And then manage to be glad. Create your own happiness regardless of the situation, regardless of the conditions. So just because you haven't gotten to this full moon yet, still try to be glad for all the steps that it takes, all the lessons that you've learned. Look back at all the hurdles that you've overcome to get to this point, and be glad. Be proud of yourself for not giving up and for keep moving on. Okay, even when you get scared. And these two affirmation cards we have here. Today I feel worthy. Today I will accept all of the wonderful things in this life. Okay, it's so important that you feel worthy of this new job, of this new responsibility. Okay, if you were not worthy of it, you would not have been chosen for that position. So have some faith in yourself. Okay, it is your moment. And finally, today I am free of drama. Today I will let go of the people that do not support me and only surround myself with positive people. Okay, it could be that you realize how negative chatter is in your mind. Okay, and sometimes that negative chatter in your mind spills out into the physical world. So be mindful of that. Be mindful of if you are listening to gossipy chatter at work, or if you're surrounding yourself with the positive people in your office or wherever you are. So again, thank you guys for watching. I hope that this reading gave you some answers that you were looking for. Maybe it helped you gain a little bit more of a perspective on this situation, so that you can continue moving forward with it. And again, if you resonated with this reading, please consider liking or subscribing to my channel so that I know you liked it. And leave a comment in the comments if you made it through all 3 readings, or if you have an idea for a reading in the future. All right, love and light.